Australians are going to their polls at a time when mistrust of our leaders is at an all-time high.
So, what protection do Australian voters have against false or misleading political messaging? Mojo asked Australian Electoral Commission spokesperson Alex Morris what the AEC is doing to combat disinformation around elections.
The AEC's focus very much is on the electoral process itself rather than claims made by politicians.
The AEC's top priority is to make sure every message includes an authorisation.
So regardless of how the message was created, you know where it's come from, and you as a voter can make a choice about how you receive that information and what you do with it.
In this election, the AEC has had to consider whether an influencer's interviews with politicians needed an authorisation, and it had to deal with the distribution of a large number of unauthorised flyers in the electorate of Wentworth. But what about political content? It's a criminal offence during an election period to circulate material that's likely to mislead or deceive a voter at the ballot box. So in 2022, when this fake image of independent David Pocock, disguised as a Green, popped up on signs around Canberra, the AEC had to consider whether the conservative lobby group Advance Australia, which authorised the signs, had broken the law. Ultimately, the signage was taken down. But outside the election period, there are no federal restrictions on false or misleading political advertisements. So this flyer, featuring independent Alex Dyson, was legally fine because it was circulated before the election was called. With the AEC focusing narrowly on electoral disinformation, Australians have to rely on the digital platforms and news media to moderate and check political content. Several platforms have signed up to a voluntary disinformation code. Australian Associated Press fact-checks for Meta and TikTok and posts its assessments online. AAP's fact-check editor, Ben James, says the AAP's focus is on facts, not opinions.
We're not really looking for gotchas, we're looking for claims that are consequential, that are going to, in an election context, I guess, potentially sway how someone may vote.
AAP is not alone. There's a worldwide network devoted to detecting and debunking disinformation. And where would we be without it?
Sue Kaufman, Mojo News.